Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. was born on January 17, 1942. His birthplace? Louisville, Kentucky. It was a time of segregation. Life wasn't easy for African Americans in the South, but young Cassius, as he was then known, carried a spark. He was full of life. He had a quick wit and an even quicker smile. Cassius grew up in a loving family. His father, Cassius Clay Sr., was a sign painter. His mother, Odessa, was a domestic worker. They instilled in him strong values. They taught him the importance of hard work, faith, and standing up for what he believed in. Little did they know, their son would soon shake the world. One incident changed Cassius's life forever. At the age of 12, his beloved red bicycle was stolen. Enraged, young Cassius vowed to find the thief and give him a good thrashing. A police officer, Joe Martin, heard about the incident. Martin, who also trained young boxers at a local gym, saw fire in Cassius. He offered him a different outlet for his anger: boxing. Cassius took to boxing like a fish to water. He was fast, agile, and full of raw talent. He trained relentlessly at the gym, honing his skills. He quickly rose through the amateur ranks, winning 6 Kentucky Golden Gloves titles and 2 National Golden Gloves titles. Cassius was determined. He had his sights set on Olympic gold. The 1960 Olympics in Rome, Italy, was Cassius's time to shine. At just 18 years old, he dominated the light heavyweight boxing competition. His speed and footwork were mesmerizing. His opponents simply couldn't touch him. He returned home to Louisville a hero, an Olympic gold medalist. Professional boxing beckoned. Cassius turned pro, guided by his trainer, Angelo Dundee. He was confident, even brash, predicting the round in which he would knock out his opponents. This bold self-promotion, unheard of at the time, made him a polarizing figure. But people couldn't take their eyes off him. He was electrifying. Cassius's personal life was as dynamic as his boxing career. He was married 4 times, first to Sonji Roy in 1964. The marriage was brief, ending in divorce. He later found love with Belinda Boyd, whom he married in 1967. Belinda converted to Islam along with Cassius, who changed his name to Muhammad Ali. His conversion and his refusal to be drafted into the Vietnam War due to his religious beliefs made him one of the most controversial figures of his time. Ali was stripped of his heavyweight title and banned from boxing for 3 years. He used this time to speak out against racial injustice and the Vietnam War. He became a symbol of resistance and hope for millions around the world. In 1971, Ali returned to the ring. He was no longer the young, brash fighter. He was older, wiser, and his boxing style had evolved. He was still fast, but he had learned to conserve his energy. He developed a new strategy, the rope-a-dope. This involved leaning back against the ropes, letting his opponents tire themselves out. His first fight back was against Joe Frazier at Madison Square Garden in New York City. It was billed as the fight of the century. Ali lost the fight, his first professional defeat, but the world saw a different Ali, a man who fought with heart and determination, even in defeat. Ali was not finished. He craved another shot at the title. He fought Frazier again in 1974, this time emerging victorious. Later that year, he faced the fearsome George Foreman in Kinshasa, Zaire, in a fight dubbed the Rumble in the Jungle. Ali, the underdog, shocked the world. He knocked out Foreman in the 8th round, reclaiming the heavyweight title he had been stripped of years earlier. Ali's victory was more than just a sporting event. It was a cultural phenomenon. It was a victory for African Americans, a symbol of hope and pride. Ali became a global icon, transcending sports. He was a champion for peace, a voice for the voiceless. Ali's later years were marked by health problems. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1984. The disease, likely brought on by the cumulative effects of boxing, gradually robbed him of his speech and mobility. Yet, he remained a beacon of hope. Even with his illness, Ali continued to travel the world, spreading his message of peace and understanding. He was a tireless advocate for humanitarian causes, working with organizations like UNICEF and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. On June 3, 2016, Muhammad Ali passed away at the age of 74. The world mourned the loss of a legend. He was laid to rest in his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. His funeral was a global event attended by world leaders, celebrities, and thousands of ordinary people whose lives he had touched. Ali's death marked the end of an era. He was more than just a boxer. He was a cultural icon, a civil rights activist, a global ambassador for peace. He was a man who transcended race, religion, and even sports itself. Muhammad Ali's legacy is unmatched. He was a symbol of courage, conviction, and resilience. He taught us to fight for what we believe in, both inside and outside the ring. He showed us the power of faith, the importance of standing up for what is right, and the beauty of human spirit. Ali's impact on the world extends far beyond the boxing ring. He inspired generations to dream big, to fight for their dreams, and to never give up. He was, and forever will be, the greatest.